Now that we're on the dashboard, we can take a look at our next step. And we've submitted some assignments perhaps. We now want to see what the feedback is, and that's the really important part. If we want to match our um, learning to our work that we're doing, we have to actually get to the work. We have to see what feedback the teacher has given us. And let's be clear, it is always more than just a grade. So the feedback really needs to be on our end as a student, something we do after we've submitted the assignment, after the teacher has graded it. The teachers are working really hard to provide you with very direct and specific feedback on the work that you submit. So it's really important, so that you know what you know and know what you don't know, to actually get to this feedback that the teachers are giving you. So we'll use this course again, my daughter's course, as an example. And you can see we're on the dashboard. And one of the quickest ways for you to be able to get this feedback is to just take a look on the right-hand side in your dashboard, and you'll see recent feedback. You can see a very quick summary of it. What was the assignment? What course was it in? And then what was the grade? It'll give you more. You can click and it'll show you even more feedback from the last couple of weeks. But again, this is not enough. You'll see the comments. You can see that my daughter's teacher said nice work and gave some thumbs up. That's, if there's general comment feedback, it'll show up there. But your teachers are also doing a lot of work to annotate what you may have turned in, provide comments in line with some of those documents. So anytime you need to get to that feedback, you can see any of this feedback just by simply clicking on that assignment. You know what the score was. You can see what was submitted. And you can, if your teacher has allowed this to be accessed, you can see what that feedback is. So this was a spelling test. It was scored by the computer. Not much feedback there because that feedback was instant. But let's take a look at some of these other examples of feedback inside the assignment. Remember, the only way we know what we know and what we don't know is by getting that feedback either from the assessment or from our teacher. So let's take a look at this assessment that my daughter got 14 out of 16. Nice work. But maybe she wants to ask the question, well, what was it about this that I didn't get all the points? It's a little bit harder to see, right? So we're in here, we're in the submission details. We can see this comment here, but now you can see what you submitted. If you click on this, it'll bring up what you've submitted in terms of that particular assessment. It downloads that, and then it opens it up inside of Acrobat, or whatever the file was that you might be taking a look at. So that's just to be able to see your submission. The important part is this part right here. If we take a look at view feedback, so it'll allow you to see your submission, and if the teacher has made some annotated feedback, it'll show up inside of what you've submitted. So if we take a look, this was a mid-module assessment, a math assessment in my daughter's class. It's going to take a little bit to load, but if you take a look, my daughter has done some of this work on her own, and this was what she submitted, and the teacher is now giving the grade. So you can see that she got 4 points for that, 4 points for that. And now what I love about this is, all right, so now she was supposed to explain and label. Maybe that explanation didn't quite get enough information, so the teacher has written, tell me more. And now some feedback. You have to look at the question. So this is all annotated feedback inside the assignment that is going to give you as a student a whole lot more information than just the grade. If you look up in the corner, 14 out of 16. Now going into that feedback by clicking on that view feedback icon gives us more information. This is really where the learning happens. The learning doesn't happen just because you submitted it. The learning happens when you know what those mistakes were, the teachers have given you that feedback, and I know our teachers are working very hard to do this work for you because it's the most important part of education and learning. So please take the time. Don't just worry about the score, but actually go in to that feedback, view that assignment. You can get the inline feedback inside the document and the work that you submitted. This is really important, and it sets the stage for the learning moving forward. But we're also going to take a look in the next video at how we can access our grades and make sure we know what's missing, what the feedback is, what our stance is in the course, so that we can keep improving and keep moving forward. Look to that in the next video.